Right, so question 10 also refers to preliminary material, specifically the hotel room occupancy. Now, these data here on the graph, it's a bit of information at the top, and we've got some breakdown there of 2014 data. This question is so variable in how you answer it. And one of the things that gives you an idea that that's okay is this state any assumptions you make. If you're doing that, they will take reasonable assumptions and allow those new calculations. And that means that this isn't a Fermi estimation question. It's an estimation question, but not Fermi estimation. But you can answer this in so many different ways. And it's worth 8 marks. So basically just try and come up with 8 marks worth of stuff. If you want to look at all the different options, have a look at the mark scheme. I'm not going to go through every possible way of answering this. I'm going to do it how I would do it if I was answering the exam. Now, admittedly, when I was looking at it before I started recording this video, there was a few questions I wanted to know. Well, what year was he opening this? Well, this paper was set in 2017, but the preliminary material only refers to growth rates for up to 2016. So I guess we could take it as being 2016 as a predicted growth. So if we were to look at April, I've circled that here, and read that off, to me that looks like 81% occupancy. So I would start with 81% occupancy. 81% occupancy for April, based on graph. Okay. Then I would say we're going to get a 1.6% growth. That comes from the material here. From 2014 into 2015, and then a 0.6% growth into 2016. So, allowing for that, I'm going to start with 0.81, that is the percentage as a decimal, and the growth was 1.6, so I'm going to times that by 1.016. This would be for 2015, and then for 2016, 1.006. That's for the 0.6%. Now, with the calculator, get that into the correct setting. Right, 0.881 times by 1.016 times by 1.006, and that's 83%. Do you know what? This is an estimate, so I'm going to go with approximately 83%. Now, did we need to do this? 81%, 83%? Actually, the mark scheme would not have penalised it. It was, in fact, it allowed even more leniency than that. I mean, I'm taking this far more accurately than perhaps might be reasonable. Although I can do the accuracy, so I might as well, and then I'll allow for it in the end in terms of how much I take. But, well, part B will comment on that. We can look at that in a bit more detail later. All right, so based upon the historic data and the annual increases in year, we're looking at 83% occupancy. All right, I'm going to take the two types of rooms separately. Okay, the double rooms. 83% of 25 rooms. On the calculator, that's going to be 0.83 times 25, and that's giving me 20.75. 0.83 times 25 equals 20.75. Now it allows you to round that because well you can only work in whole rooms, can't you? So 21 double rooms. Now what I'm going to work out is if there's 21 double rooms filled at any one time, well, how often are we changing the sheets on those? It says up here that they stay for between 1 and 7 nights. So what should we say? If we average that, that's 4 nights. So they're staying for 4 nights. 4 nights on average. 4 nights. I've stated that as an assumption, just like it says. State the assumptions. On average, 4 nights. Okay. And that would be 21 double rooms. An average of 4 nights. So how many changes is that going to be? If we have a little look at it now, 4 nights in a month. So that's when we got, what month are we to? April. So January, February, March, April. That's going to be 30 days. So April is 30 days. 30 divided by 4 is going to give me 7.5 changes per month. And 7.5, this is why you get extra paper for this question, because there's a lot of it. 8 marks though. 7.5 changes times the 21 rooms. 21 times 7.5. It gives me 157.5. 158 changes. Okay. Now, it says double duvet 275, double sheet 165, pillowcase 50p each. Well, I don't know about you, but I have 2 pillows per person, and double bed, that's going to be 4 pillows. So 2 pillows per person, 4 pillows, double bed. Yeah, so we're going to take 275, that's for the duvet cover, double, plus 165 double sheet, plus 4 pillowcases at 50p. And with the calculator, that's going to give us 2.75 plus 1.65 plus, well, 4 times 50p is £2 extra. And that comes to £6.40 per double. And we had 158 changes times 158. 158 changes times by £6.40 equals £1,011.20. And now we've got to do the singles. Now, let's have a go back to our data here. We've got 10 rooms with single beds. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say if there are 83% occupancy, there's 2 beds per room. So what are we going to have? We've got 20 beds, haven't we? 2 beds per room, 20 single beds. Okay, times by 0.83. So at any one time, we're going to have 16.6. 16.6, is that right? 20 times 0.83. Yeah, 16.6 occupied at a time. Okay, and we said an average of 4 days. So that was 7.5 changes. 16.6 times by 7.5 and times by 7.5 was 124.5. 124.5 changes. Single. Okay. 125 if you like. You can leave it as 124.5 if you prefer, because it's all a bit crazy. Looking at the data here, we've got single duvet cover £2.20, single sheet £1.10. So 220 plus 110 plus 2 pillows is going to give us what? £3.30, £4.30. This laundry service is expensive. I mean, I wouldn't pay that much. I'd buy a washing machine. I don't know. Maybe you got to pay staff to do it. But it can't be that expensive. What are they doing? No, never mind. Anyway, I suppose the ironing's the thing, isn't it? You want to have it nicely ironed. Okay, so we've got £4.30 times 125. Oh, I didn't know. 125 times £4.30, and that's 536.50. 537.50. Sorry. Okay, and then we're going to get the £1,011 for the doubles plus the 537 for the singles. Add 11. Oh well, 10, 11, 20. And that's giving us £1,548.70. Now, looking at the mark scheme, I mean, they've got some values. They've got values in around that ballpark, but they specifically say you don't have to get their value. So long as your value is based upon your calculations and you've stated your assumptions, like 2 pillows per person, average stay of 4 nights, April's got 30 days, 7.5 changes per month. As long as you state these things, your answer's fine, whatever it might be. Alright, so you said done a lot of maths there, but it was 8 marks, so just do a lot of maths to get a lot of marks when it's one of these weird questions. 10b. Explain how your answer may have been affected by the assumptions that you made. Well, there's so many assumptions really that you could go through. And I'm going to read them off the mark scheme because they're quite nice. It's quite a nice summary of the issues. The occupancy rate may be a lot lower because it's a new hotel. Newer hotels might need to establish themselves, so yeah, the occupancy rate might be lower. Number of sheets might be different as guests stay longer or shorter than estimated. I estimated that they stayed for 4 nights. I don't know, maybe on average it's less than that. And if it's less than that, then the sheets would be changed more often, so that would increase the cost. They also talked about single beds in a twin room. If you just got an individual staying there, you only have to change one set of bed sheets. Potentially, you might change them both. I don't know. Who knows if they used the bed and then made it really neatly. There's so many assumptions you could discuss. There's 4 examples given in the mark scheme, but it says or equivalent. So actually, if you come up with anything reasonable, it's only 1 mark. If it's a reasonable answer, they'll allow it. Okay, so that's a bit of a weird question. That's just how it is, I'm afraid. Any questions? Comment below.